All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Pokemon, and today's video is going to be about the fake Logan Paul first edition case, and really the conspiracy theory that I've been seeing a lot of lately. Did he do the whole thing just for views? Was the whole thing a setup? Was the whole thing fake? Not meaning actually fake, but was the whole situation fake? Now, Logan recently talked about this in his podcast, and he also talks about how he's planning on helping Shine, who is the guy that sold him the case, get his money back. So if you guys don't know what happened, essentially, Logan got it from a friend, a big sports card guy named Shine. Logan paid Shine $3.5 million for the case. Shine bought the case for $2.7 million from two other guys called Card Kahuna and Mealy Pops. And these two guys had the case sealed or wrapped by BBCE, which was the other company involved here, before selling it to Shine. And both Shine and Logan say the only reason they had no doubt about the authenticity of the box was because it was in fact wrapped by this supposedly reputable company, BBCE Baseball Card Exchange, owned by Steve Hart. So that's the story. They opened the box. It turned out to be fake, thanks to a bunch of videos by a guy called Rattle Pokemon suggesting that there were some irregularities, abnormalities with the outside of the box, suggesting that it might be fake. So, caught up to present day, they opened the box. G.I. Joe packs. The video of them opening the box was #1 on trending. So that's kind of the main reason why a lot of people speculate that potentially Logan could have faked this for views, because it was a big, highly talked about conversation situation, and Logan hasn't been #1 on trending in a really long time. So for this video to be #1 trending on YouTube was a big deal for Logan as far as his actual relevance on YouTube outside of his podcast Impulsive, which is what we're going to talk about here. But as far as vlogs or other videos, Logan hadn't really done too much in terms of being on the trending page at all on that part of his YouTube. So this was a big deal for him. So it raised a lot of suspicion that maybe he faked the whole thing. Personally, I don't think he did. And the reason why I don't think he did is the clip that we're going to talk about from his podcast here, but also the fact that this BBCE company was involved with the opening. Now, this company's entire reputation was staked on that box being real when they opened it. So even if this whole situation was a setup by Logan Paul, I don't think that company would have been involved in the video knowing it was fake. I just don't think they would have been involved in the setup, because their entire reputation is trash. And even if Logan comes out in a week from now or a month from now and said this whole thing was fake, not everyone's going to know it was fake. Not everyone's going to hear about the fake part. Everybody heard about the scam part. Everybody saw the scam part. It was #1 on trending, and they saw this guy from BBCE there. They know the story. BBCE is the one that wrapped a box that turned out to be fake. So this company, a really well-established sports card company, they got wrapped up in this whole thing, and their credibility is down to 0 right now. Their stock way down. I don't think they would have been involved in this thing if it was fake, is the bottom line. That's the main reason why I don't think Logan faked it. The other reason is Logan flat out says in his podcast that it wasn't fake. And his own friend, the co-host of the podcast, Mike Malak, he even says, he's like, dude, when I first saw this online, I thought the whole thing was fake. He's like, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know you bought the case. So his own friend was saying, hey, to me, it looked fake. I thought this was for content. And Logan goes on to explain that it wasn't. So I take Logan's word for it, but I also think the fact that this other company was involved and the extent of their involvement and the extent of their reputation being put at risk, I really don't see them getting involved with something that was just set up for views, where their reputation was that badly jeopardized. But honestly, I take Logan at his word for it. Let's roll the clip from the podcast here. And he also talks about how he's going to help Shine get his money back.
That was a sad day. That was a very sad day. We should talk about this a little bit, because I think there's gonna be a little bit deeper of a story here. Yeah. You can't just scam someone out of millions of dollars like that, right? Without legal consequences.
I mean, what contract did they sign?
No, there's got. Oh man, really?
I don't know.
What's like what the
goes
fraud
down to a
laws
judge
or anything?
Yeah,
because by the way, it looks like we have the group of people who are actively doing this and are like scammers. They just didn't assume that I was going to get the box. I was going to get the box. They assume
now
that
this can go further. If it was just one person and he was like, "Yo, I did a deal," and like, here it is. Yeah, there's fraud.
It's definitely fraud. It's a whole thing, because
it's crazy.
I was wondering why I was never asked to buy that box, knowing how much knowing how much I care about Pokemon. The fact that the box made its way around me, I was surprised. Especially
too much heat.
Especially because the broker had sold me something in the past. He knows me. He knows my interest in Pokemon, and then, yet it skirted me. They didn't want to get it to me because I was the only one who had the balls to fucking open the case
or to televise it.
Everything. I mean, it's an L, and I'm not afraid to say it's a fat fucking L.
It's not an L for you. Like,
I will
okay.
say this. I will say this. Matt, the guy who sold it to me,
stand-up
guy. He reimbursed me, paid in full. He's a great guy. He's a massive sports card collector. But him chasing his 2.7 million,
we're helping him. You know,
we're trying. We're trying to get all the information we can because again, it's a whole thing. People have suggested making like a documentary out of it.
Well, I was going to ask you. I usually I know people don't always know what goes on behind the scenes, but I'm usually pretty up to like speed on the things that are going on in your life. Like, you guys, both of you, keep me, even though we don't live together anymore, keep me pretty in tune with what's happening. And honestly, when that happened, I had no idea. And I reached out to Logan and I said,
no idea of what?
Of any of it. I had no idea that he had bought. I knew the case was bought, but I didn't know like he bought it without seeing it. I didn't know any of that stuff. So I hit him up and I said, hey, like, can I be completely honest with you? Mm-hmm. I thought it was for content, dude.
So did Jake.
I honestly,
so did Jake. I see comments.
I thought it was made up.
I see comments that they think I was acting. They think it's fake,
but it's not.
Not fake at all.
No, the guy that he bought it from is one of the most reliable people in the collectible space.
Got it.
No, it's not fake at all. It's 100% real. The room, being in that room that night was incredibly sad. The energy and the tragic feeling in the room was so palpable. There was a female there. She was a fellow employee of the authentication company. She started crying. It was so sad, bro. And I felt bad for the guy.
I did too.
Who
opening the case?
Yeah, who opened the case because
and verified it.
You got no business authenticating shit when people are dropping multiple millions of dollars. Like I don't have sympathy in that regard.
So take it or leave it. There you have it. That's what Logan Paul says about the situation. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys think this whole thing was fake, the whole thing was set up. Was there ever a real transaction here, or was this all done for views for Logan Paul's channel? Is everybody involved knowing about this or what? Let me know in the comment section below. But the second part of this is Shine getting refunded. So that part's important too, because basically, so Logan bought the case from Shine, like I said, for $3.5 million. Shine bought the case for $2.7 million. So when he sold it to Logan, he was doing good. He was in a profit, but apparently he refunded Logan the entire amount, the entire $3.5 million, immediately upon finding out that it was fake. He still has to get his money back, his $2.7 million, from the two people that he bought it from, the Jacob guy, the Card Kahuna guy, and the Mealy Pops guy. Now, apparently, the Mealy Pops guy has been a little bit more forthcoming with actually working towards getting the money back to Shine. The Card Kahuna guy, supposedly he's leaving the country. He seems a little bit more sketchy, maybe not getting the money back from him. So in Logan's podcast, as you guys just heard, he said he's going to help Shine get the money back from these two guys. And that was one of the big things that I was concerned about when I heard that Logan already got refunded, is because Logan wasn't going to be the victim in this. If it were a direct sale from these two guys to Logan, I don't think Logan would have much trouble getting his money back from the original two sellers, because Logan's very powerful. He has a lot of influence. He has a lot of clout. But more importantly, he has a lot of money and resources. And apparently, this sports card guy, the Shine guy, has these resources and he has a lot of money too. But Logan Paul, I don't think ever would have gotten screwed over here. I think with a platform like Logan and the power that Logan has, if Logan had to get his money back directly from the sellers, he would have been able to do that. The Shine guy, while he's got a lot of money, I don't know if he has the power and the resources that Logan has. So I was a little bit worried for the Shine guy, because Logan is back his money. The Shine guy is the guy that right now is kind of screwed. So the fact that Logan says he's helping him out, I think is good. He's probably going to provide whatever resources he can. I don't know. I don't know what those resources might be. I'm sure if the Shine guy has a lot of money, he's going to be able to pay for lawyers, but that's good that Logan is going to be involved with maybe the procurement process of getting that money back. It's an interesting situation, and honestly, it sucks. I think the whole thing sucks all around. I was really thinking the box was going to be real. I thought for sure $3.5 million, there would have been a little bit more due diligence done, or maybe Logan had some information that we didn't have, or maybe BBCE had some information that we didn't have that authenticated the box. I thought maybe there was just more to the story that we just didn't know. More to the story that we just weren't seeing in these Rattle Pokemon videos. With that much money at stake, I just honestly thought maybe someone did a little bit more research than we did. Maybe they know something we don't for that much money to be exchanged. I'm sure someone was thinking about the possibility of it being fake, but it turns out that was not the case. That was not true. So, again, all props to Rattle Pokemon. Logan says in his video that he was trying to compensate Rattle, and Rattle turned it down, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, interesting situation. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think the whole thing was fake for clout, for views, or do you think it was entirely legit and it was just an unfortunate situation where a lot of people got screwed? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed yet already. As always, I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Pokemon signing out.